And I'd like to come through and present today's message. She's on the way. Okay.
Thank you, Bill. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, all people on Zoom. How amazing to be back here. Now, I'm a bit incapacitated. I forgot about the clicker, so I'll have to turn this one off. We're okay now. So it's really quite strange to be here. And I'm going to have to be nodding at my husband to change the slide. So, a glorious life. I read the daily word for today and I thought, oh, wow, I'm going to use that. So we're going to have a little further, deeper look into the daily word. Thank you, Mr. You get my clicker ready, I'll have a go at it. So, when have you ever known this phrase to be used? When I think about it, I think about such things as funerals. I've been to a funeral where people say, she had such a glorious life. Or, of course, we could say, what's the cricketer's name? Shane Warne. He had a glorious career. Do you ever say that to yourself? I've had a glorious life. How many people ever say that to themselves? No, I'm going to put my hand down too. Yeah. However, if we looked a little deeper, I'm sure we could find glorious moments that we have experienced in our life. Let's move on. Oh, another one, please, sir. Yeah, I've said that one. Are there any other times? Perhaps somebody here has got a time when they knew they were having a glorious night. What about you, Mr. Youngman? When you're in a band playing?
That's a good name.
Yeah, when you've got a receptive audience and it's like, oh, wow, the energy is just so great. Yeah. Anybody else? Who else? There must be someone. Yeah, the birth of the first baby. Jenny, you're a singer. What about when you sing with your group and it's
yes, true. I mean, we've had some wonderful moments and where we've all been in complete harmony with each other, you know, felt like perfection. So yes, that's
yeah, Bob.
When the mighty demons
You've heard that on Zoom. When the mighty demons won, Bob is Bob's glorious moment. Anybody else for the glorious moment? Wendy.
The project we worked on at work comes to fruition after, because I work at Monash, in the Faculty of Medicine at Monash, and we've had this big project, like, you know, to revamp the course, the medicine course, and we've worked so hard on it, and to see it implemented and be successful, I don't know, that was my, you know, it's glorious to watch it all unfold and unfold the way we hope it will be received. Well. Do you have one? When he wins an award and doesn't tell anyone about it. For manager of the year.
Yes.
What did you win?
Frontline manager of the year.
Frontline manager of the year. For
And
those
it was a
on Zoom, we're
national-
talking about the man here.
It was a national award and he's very humble, but
I've been waiting for the award for 3 months, but it finally arrived because of the 8 awards, 6 of them they spelled everyone's name wrong. So it finally arrived in the mail in the post office on Thursday, Friday.
Very good. People on Zoom, you might think about when your glorious moments happened too. It's a shame that you can't share them with us, but that's the way it goes today, isn't it? Well, wedding wishes is another time when we wish people a glorious future together. So I was at a wedding yesterday. My granddaughter, finally, after 11 years with her partner and a baby, they decided to get married. So it was a wonderful day, except it rained and they had an outside wedding. But fortunately, the rain really held off until all the ceremony was done, the photos were taken and we were just eating and suddenly it poured. But, but there were many wishes for a glorious life for them, and it was a great occasion. And finally decided they really wanted to be together. It was good to see. Now, I know we've shared a few things, but what I noticed was the reluctance that you had to share your glorious moments. So what are we doing in our lives if we're not willing to honour our moments of glory, whether it's our experiences of success or something else? So a daily word says, glory fills the world with wonder when I attune to the sense to it, my senses to it. I hear it in the sound of waves crashing on a beach and in the resident harmony of a choir. And how many people have we got here who sing in a choir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you ever have that experience of how wonderful it is to just be there in tune with all the other people? A moment of glory. But do we notice it? Do we honour it in ourselves? Or is it just a passing thing? I think for me, until now, it's sort of been a passing thing. Never really thought about it. I feel glory in the depths of my being at those moments when I understand my life is God's life, living as me. How many of you honour that each day when you wake up? Or when you lie in bed about to go to sleep and you just take a moment to honour that? I won't ask for hands. There is no place where my human self ends and my the divine presence in me begins. God and I are one. Now, I actually think that's probably a challenge for all of us who are anywhere near as much grey hair as me, because we grew up knowing what? Where was God, Bob?
He was in heaven.
Up there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Up there, somewhere up there. And what do you look like? Rather stand up, you're probably the closest person here who looks anything like what we were told you looked like. Grey hair, beard, yeah? So we've had to make quite a transition in ourselves to come from that place to this statement, haven't we? Quite a transition. How are we doing? Good. Good. Great. The glory of God is revealed in me as I release the thought that I am only human. I bet you, if you're anything like me, you probably have to do it every day. Just that remembering there is no such thing as just human. There is the divine and the incarnated being living a human life, and they are not separate. God's glory shines through me as the divine presence, the Christ expressing in my healthy body. I don't think it matters about the healthy body bit, because I think we can be a bit less than healthy and it doesn't go away. It's still there. And my loving heart. But the key, of course, is us. Are we willing to embrace that idea and the absolute wonder of that as we walk through our lives every day? As we sit and do whatever we do at the computer, watching the telly, looking after the kids or the grandkids or the great-grandkids. Are we willing to embrace that throughout every moment of our life? That we are the ones who can bring love to the world. We are the ones who can bring peace to the world. And as the information is continuing to come out, that we are connected. We are not on our own. Your energy and my energy are connected. You are connected intimately to the person you're sitting next to, whether you know them or not, because your energy is connected. Even if we just look at our auric field, I don't know how many of you have ever seen your auric field. You know, it extends way out. So you can't not be connected that way. But also, as I've said many times before, if you walk into a crowded shopping centre, there aren't many of them today, a crowded shopping centre, and you come out going, what happened? Oops. You can know that your energy has been drained by the energy of the shopping centre. The anxious people, I've got to get, I can't find, anxiety takes over. Yeah. So, I mean, let's focus a little more on our inner self. That deep inner self. That self we usually forget about most of the time. Does it reflect our life's inner experiences? You know, as we grow up, we have some pretty crazy experiences, don't we? And from those experiences, we make some decisions in ourselves. Like the time we got bawled out by a teacher. I don't know about you, but it happened to me many times. Never could do the right thing. So I was always told I was lazy, not caring, stupid. And I believed them for a long time. I bet you did too, whatever you got told when you were this high, and this high, and this high. And it wasn't until you got this high that you sort of got, oh, maybe that's not all true. But the inner voices so often continue to say the same things to us. Have you noticed that? Well, one of the secrets about release and denial of such things, here in Unity, we are very strong on deny, release, let it go. But sometimes it's very insistent on staying. So my answer is love it. Do you know the energy of fear doesn't like love? I remember sitting in meditation once, and I can't remember what was going on, but it was full of fear, and I just loved it. And it went, oh, disappear. So you might, if you remember that, just think about somebody you love, or some moment when you felt the emotion of love, and just shine it at it. See what happens. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it might not, but it's worth a try. Do we get caught up in the ordinary events of life with never a thought of glory? Come on, how many of you get caught up in the everyday life? You know, I've got to do the shopping, I've got to clean the fridge, I've got to make the bed, I've got to do whatever it is that we're doing. I've got to get to the car, I need petrol, I've got to get the... There's no glory much in any of those when we just focus on that. We forget about any thought of glory. We know about glorious sunrises and sunsets, don't we? Didn't see one this morning, did you? Sometimes we notice the glory displayed in our gardens, our flowers, the birds. The birds were going crazy at our place this morning. When I woke up, it was like birds everywhere. What is it, the rain that does it? They're saying great for the rain, but amazing. Are we able to line up with the words words of today's daily word. It's for you to contemplate. I feel the glory in the depths of my being. When I understand my life as God's life, living as me. God and I are one. The glory of God is revealed in me as I release the thought that I am only human. God's glory shines through me as the divine presence, the Christ expressing in my body, in my insightful mind, and my loving heart. Thank you.
Would you thank Jenette once again? Thank you.